In the dimly lit room, a solitary chair stood, while a noose swayed gently from the ceiling. Oliver drew in a deep drag of his cigarette, sinking into the chair as memories flooded his mind. He reminisced about the days when life felt vibrant, recalling strolls with his beloved in the park during autumn's embrace, the tender moment of selecting a ring to seal their love, only to have her confess that she'd found another. Then, the crushing blow of tragedy struck anew when news of his parents' fatal plane crash reached him, leaving him adrift in a sea of loss and sorrow. In an instant, Oliver's world flipped upside down, its purpose extinguished. Exhaling the remnants of his cigarette, he rose with unwavering resolve, settling into the chair as he looped the noose around his neck. Casting a final gaze out the window, he absorbed the scene of bustling life below, the glinting cars, and the slick streets bathed in the glow of streetlights. With a tightening grip on the rope, he propelled himself off the chair. Agony seared through his neck as something inside crunched. Gasping for air, darkness enveloped his vision, the echoing snap of the rope mingling with the thud of his own body against the floor as consciousness slipped away. Oliver's eyes fluttered open to a vast expanse of nothingness, a dense void encompassing him with no discernible boundaries, no walls, no floor, no ceiling. Darkness and emptiness stretched endlessly around him. Sensations of weightlessness and lightness pervaded his body, mingled with an unfamiliar sense of euphoria welling up from within. It felt as though freedom was already within his grasp, with the presence of his parents awaiting him somewhere beyond. Beneath his bare feet, a softness akin to moss cushioned his steps. Suddenly, a piercing scream shattered the silence, assaulting Oliver's ears with its intensity. He instinctively covered them with his hands, but the cacophony persisted, sending his heart racing and cold sweat trickling down his skin. Beneath him, an unsettling and repugnant sensation stirred, unsettling his very core. Beneath Oliver's feet, rivers of blood surged, carrying with them human entrails, while in some areas, desiccated hands clawed their way through the earth, grasping hungrily. A guttural growl echoed behind him, sending shivers coursing through Oliver's body. With a mounting sense of dread, he turned, only to be met by the piercing gaze of two colossal red eyes peering out from the darkness. In an instant, a monstrous mouth filled with hundreds of razor-sharp fangs yawned open beneath the creature's gaze, drooling with anticipation. Swiftly, the creature advanced towards Oliver, propelling him into a frenzied struggle to overcome his fear as he fled for his life. Hands erupted from the ground, clawing at Oliver, desperate to ensnare him as his feet struggled against the morass of blood and entrails. The creature's hot breath licked at his back, urging him to flee. "Escape, leave this place, it's not your time," echoed his mother's voice within his mind. Tears streamed down Oliver's face, his heart fracturing into countless shards. He stumbled and collapsed, a looming terror poised above him. Bracing for the inevitable onslaught, he shut his eyes tightly, only to be startled by a brilliant flash breaking through the darkness. Blinking open his eyes, he beheld bolts of lightning streaking across the sky. In an instant, one struck Oliver squarely in the chest, sending him spiraling into agonizing pain before succumbing to unconsciousness. "He's alive," a voice declared. When Oliver finally regained consciousness, he found himself surrounded by the concerned faces of a man in a white coat and a nurse wielding a defibrillator.